Welcome back to the Ruby Tuesday. My name's Ruben, and this is my movie review for The Retaliators. Not to be mistaken for the film that's coming out this year, or the one that came out just a couple of years behind. This one was due to come out in 2021, but because of COVID and you know that story, we now get it at least in the UK. It's dropping tonight at cinemas. But first, I'm going to give you a review from an AI that reviewed this film, and then I will talk about it. The Retaliators is a deeply disturbing and thought-provoking horror film that will leave audiences both disturbed and intrigued. The film follows an upstanding pastor who uncovers a dark and twisted underworld as he searches for answers surrounding his daughter's brutal murder. While the film does have its share of scares, it is the film's psychological depth that will truly haunt viewers. The Retaliators is a masterfully crafted film that will leave viewers both disturbed and thinking long after the credits have rolled. Highly recommended. The AI recommends you watching this movie. I, on the other hand, have very mixed feelings about this film. I've seen a number of critical responses of praising this as one of the best horror films ever made, amazingly thought-provoking. At the same side, I've seen completely opposite, and I don't really know where I sit on the fence of this film because it's such an amalgamation. It has all themes almost. It has drama, family life. There is literally a Hallmark movie represented in this film with the pastor, and the scripting and dialogue in those moments are often very painful to watch. I was amazed that this went to cinema for those moments because they honestly were terrible. For those moments, I just thought, gosh, how was the director not directing those moments better? Or maybe that was what the actors were told to act like in those moments, which made it feel like a Hallmark Christian movie. And then the latter half of this film is a totally B horror gore fest and does a great job at keeping you in suspense, on your toes, and maybe even if you're a little bit squeamish going, whoa, I wasn't expecting that to happen. It also has two worlds clashing, from the pastor's side of the world to the side of the world that he will definitely not really normally encounter himself with until he has to retaliate. It is a vengeance movie. And it also has a couple of twists at the end that you probably won't see coming. At the same time, it has a nice circle of life navigation system to it. I know that's a weird wording, but it does feel like it's navigating you from the beginning, setting you up, making you ask questions like, what the hell is this movie? Why did I just watch that scene and now it has no representation for the rest of the film until the end? So it keeps you guessing that way when you go, oh, okay, I see what they've done there. But is the fruit, is it worth sitting to the end, like, or is it a sour taste in your mouth? And I really don't know, because I love the prosthetics, I love the story of getting revenge, and then justice isn't always quite served like you expected it to. And had I known just that about the movie, next to nothing, just going into it, then I would have thought, okay, yeah, this is kind of a 3 Nicolas Cages out of 5. But having done some read-ups of the kind of the press packets that were given, I'm left with a weirder feeling in in my review of this film, because it's kind of based on a true story or an event that happened to a young lady who is now a firefighter or a firefighter chief. And so the film obviously didn't mean to be kind of slapstick or kind of comedy in kind of those kill moves like gore fest horror. And then it didn't mean to be Hallmark. It wanted to be quite serious with the story that it was telling. But the film never comes across that way. It's a revenge story about a dad that just can't understand where the justice has gone and how other people haven't had justice in their life. But the surrounding package of the movie is, this is B-horror movie slapped in with a Hallmark film. Add in all those weird kind of dialogue moments and you're left going, what is this movie? I think some will love it. It does really take its time to get to that gore horror fest, and if that's what you're in the mood for, don't be surprised that you're waiting for a long time until it actually gets there, and then you're kind of trudging through the drama with really slow scenes that sometimes is just stark crazy and weird to watch, because you feel like you're watching something that is doing mise-en-scene when they're showing everything and they didn't need to. At the same time, what's going on in the screen is quite horrific sometimes as well. So it's a real juxtaposition. I guess it's an interesting twist. And then I haven't even talked about the surrounding bands and MTV music type of rock bands that's associated with this film, from Five Finger Death Punch to the local Christian band that's in this movie. It really is an amalgamation of people that came together to make a story that I feel like this is like almost like an indie art project, and this is what has come out of that. I feel like some are going to love it. It's an interesting ride. Definitely worth a one-time watch because of the amalgamation that this is. And maybe just take the AI's word for it. I don't know. I would give this a kind of straight down the line 2.5 Nicolas Cages out of 5.
AMP, what's that spell? Everybody, champ.
Because there are moments I was like, that was great. And other moments I'm like, please switch it off. A real mixed bag. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you going to check this out? Thanks so much for watching. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday. P.S. What is your favorite revenge horror movie?